welcome back to my channel. I really hope that you're having a good day. When have I ever said that in my intro? My name is Shaki and today I'm going to be announcing the third round of the SIMSATHON. I am so fucking excited. And also very quickly be going through my ZODIACATHON TBR. So yes, the third round of the SIMSATHON is officially here. We're going to be running it from the 1st to the 31st of March. So you have the entire month of March, a long ass month. Let's be real. To fulfill various Sims challenges. Now, if you don't know what a SIMSATHON is, we are basically reading around a Sims game. So there are prompts to do with like Sims actions and you can win points and it is just the best time. I have the absolute privilege of sharing the role of co-host with some amazing booktubers, bookstagrammers, book bloggers, people in general, and also Cara over at Bianca Reads is the host. I will link the announced video from Cara and Cara's videos and stuff. She's an amazing human being and this readathon is genius. It makes me so passionate about books and Sims. Another readathon in this video I'm going to be saying my TBR for, and that is the ZODIACATHON. The ZODIACATHon is based on, obviously you guessed it, your zodiac signs, and this time we're going dark, which is why I've kind of like dark question mark villains, hair like a 9-year-old. In the ZODIACATHON we're going to be reading based upon our Lilith sign. Now, I didn't actually know that was a thing before this. I googled it. Turns out I'm still a Sagittarius anyway, so it makes zero difference. Really thought I'd be something else, but apparently I'm not. The ZODIACATHON is hosted by Kerry over at Kerry the Book Bell, which I'll also link down below. Kerry's channel and all the things you need to know. But for the first part of this video, we're going to be talking about the SIMSATHON and the SIMSATHON only. So in the SIMSATHON, like I've already said, we are reading around a Sims game effectively, and each round we have different expansion packs. So all of the base game challenges, to my knowledge, I think I got this right, they are all still available to you and you can build upon these, you know, active careers in this expansion pack throughout the rest of the rounds. Don't feel pressured to get them all done in this round. As a co-host, that's what I will be doing, but it's totally optional to you and how you read, how fast, how slow, what you want to read, etc, etc. So many variables. When all the co-hosts were introduced to the SIMSATHON, the expansion pack was go outdoors, something to do with camping. It was a great time. I'll link all my round 2 stuff down there as well. But this time our expansion pack is get to work. Now I'm so excited about this because the get to work expansion pack is one of my favourites. I like the idea of it, I like the execution of it. Basically we have loads of active careers. So in the SIMSATHON round 1 and 2, the careers were pretty basic. They did exist, but they were all just one challenge that you had to complete. You could get to the top of your career and then you could pick a career to do. However, in SIMSATHON round 3, we have a lot more freedom and a lot more depth into the 3 careers that are in the Get to Work expansion pack. As you can see in this little graphic that one of our beautiful co-hosts made, we have the doctor path, which I'm going to be following down, the detective path and the scientist path. I probably said those in the wrong order, but nevertheless, those are the challenges. In Cara's video, she does go through all of them and what's new and what's not. So I will direct you to the original video for that. I won't be reading them all out, but I'm so excited to get my hands stuck in. All of these challenges are worth 2 points each, and completing them all and getting to the top is worth 10 points. 10 additional points, I'm pretty sure. You can also still use motherload in the challenges. I accumulated 64 points in round 2, so I can use motherload 6 times. For every 10 points that you use, you can use motherload once. Obviously, we'll still be running sprints and things over on our Instagram and our Twitter. There'll be loads of information back there, and I can't wait to read with you all once again. I can't wait to get back into it and do a Sims quiz. I just can't wait. I'm so excited. Now, I bet you're all wondering, Shakira, what are you reading for this fantastic readathon? I will fucking tell you because I am so excited. So as I said, I am going to be doing the Get to Work expansion pack in its entirety and working down a doctor career throughout all of this readathon. I chose a doctor path because it's something that I have always wanted to do in my real life but never actually been smart enough to do so. So I have decided to start off with some of the live mode challenges, but more the easy ones. So I've picked to start off with choose a household and buy a house rather than building a house and creating a sim because there's more challenges involved. In my head, the idea is I'm carrying on with the same family that I created in round 1. but you know, I'm a bit crazy when it comes to Sims, so just run with me. Suspend your disbelief and just run with me. The challenge for Choose a Household is to read a book from late in a series, and for this one I have chosen, it is downstairs, of course it is, Heartstopper Volume 3 by Alice Oseman. I am super duper excited. Recently went to a signing for Alice Oseman and this beautiful book, and I can't wait. I'm very excited. To build a house, I have to read a contemporary set in my world. For this, I have selected No Big Deal by Bethany Rutter because I've heard so much good stuff about No Big Deal and I'm very excited to read it. I think it's about a plus-sized girl in our society called Emily, and I'm really excited to dive in. I'm saying excited so much because I'm just so excited about everything, but yeah, I am truly excited to get to this one. The first of the doctor challenges comes in now, and that is to make beds and deliver meals. Sounds riveting, to be honest. I have to read a comforting book for this one. My comforting book is George by Alex Gino. I read this a few years ago, maybe last year or the year before, I can't remember, but it's a middle grade novel surrounding a boy named George. That's their dead name, and I don't want to say that, but it's kind of a spoiler to use the other name. I don't know. But George wants to play Charlotte in Charlotte's Web. And he basically fights all of his teachers, not literally combats, like not more combat, he doesn't end them. He just wants to play a woman in a play. And why shouldn't he be allowed to do that? The next challenge to do with being a doctor is take temperature. So I want to read something with warm colours on the cover. I have decided to reread Daisy Jones and the Six. This is my hardback UK edition that they brought out first and foremost. There are so many warm tones, and look at Daisy's face. The next prompt is to use an X-ray machine, and this challenge is to read an insightful book. As I said, I always wanted to be a doctor, and so I thought that This Is Going to Hurt by Adam Kay would be quite insightful in that kind of respect, because I have wanted to be a doctor, but I was never smart enough. So why not actually read a memoir from a doctor? The next challenge is to diagnose someone, and that is to read a book featuring illness. Another reread here, and also another memoir by a doctor, and that is When Breath Becomes Air by Paul Kalanithi. I read this a few years ago and cried like a baby. I told my fiance to read it, he also cried like a baby. My mum didn't cry like a baby, but she read it and was very sad. So I'm putting myself through that torture again, just for the SIMSATHON. You're so welcome. The next prompt is to treat a patient, and that is to read a book with a learning curve, which arguably all books feature learning curves, so you could pick anything for this. But the book I have specifically decided to pick for this one, something I've been wanting to read for a very long time, and that is All Rights Reserved by Gregory Scott Kalasoulis. I've heard really good things about this, and it's about words, and I think that the learning curve will be me as a reader learning more about my weight of my words and how meaningful words can be. So I'm really excited, again, excited for this one. The next prompt is to deliver a baby. Now, why anyone would trust me delivering a baby, but it's not me, it's my Sims, that's fine. This prompt is to read a book featuring new beginnings. I thought you could read any book that was the first one in a series, or literally any book, because any book features new beginnings. So I decided to go with Infinity Son by Anne Silvera. There are loads of reasons why I picked Infinity Son specifically for this prompt. It's because A, it's Anne Silvera's first, I believe, strictly fantasy, maybe, story, and it's also the first in a new fantasy series that he is writing. And also, the characters have a new beginning because there's conflict. It's the first in this series, of course there's a new beginning. So yeah, all round, this book fits the challenge absolutely perfectly, and I cannot wait to read. Heard some mixed opinions, quite nervous, but excited nonetheless. Next is Perform Surgery. Again, why anyone would trust me with that? I don't know. Read a book with beautiful prose. Now, obviously you won't know if a book has beautiful prose unless someone has told you or you have read it before. So I'm kind of like guessing with this one, but I have been told that this book has beautiful prose, and I kind of imagine it as well. And that is If Only by Melanie Murphy. Now, Melanie Murphy is a YouTuber, don't be confused. That is who you're thinking of if you recognise the name. But she has released her first fiction book, and I have it here in my hands. It was a gift from my best friend for Christmas. I can imagine this has beautiful prose. I have also read parts of it on her Instagram, saw it on her Twitter. So I'm kind of looking forward to this. Again, mixed opinions, but I'm excited to say what my opinions are. Next is to attend an emergency, and this prompt is to read a book under 200 pages. This may count as cheating, but I decided to go ahead and read an illustrated history of notable Shadowhunters and Something of Downworld by Cassandra Clare, illustrated by Cassandra Jean. Now, this is a book I have wanted to read for quite a while. There's Little Church. How beautiful. It's basically just a breakdown of every single Shadowhunter character, I'm pretty sure. I could be spoiled, but oh well. I love the series way too much to care about spoilers at this point. So I have decided to pick this up for the SIMSATHON just because I need something really short. And when I tell you that every single book I picked up for the challenge thinking it was under 200 pages, it definitely wasn't. Next is to attend a house call, and I have to read a book in my favourite genre. I mean, God, how hard? I don't know how I'm going to complete this one, guys. This is just so difficult. I really shouldn't say that because then Cara will see this and then she will make the prompts harder. Cut it out. Despite my bonfoolery, I'm not going to say that word. I don't know how to fucking say it or what it means. Despite me fucking piss-assing around, my book is Fan the Flame by Anna Freemaster for this one. As you can see, it does say ARC copy, but I've also started reading it. We can throw that away. As you can see, it does say ARC copy, but I didn't get it as an ARC. It was sold to me that way without me knowing. And if I had known that it was an ARC, I would have got a different copy, but I didn't until it got here. And now I'm too excited to read it to send it back. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this. It is part of my favourite, oh, it's floppy. My favourite genres can include dystopian, I like poetry, I like magical realism, urban fantasy, I like fantasy in general. But you know what I really like? Really tickles my pickle? Contemporaries about fan culture, which is exactly what this is. Now, I read Cat and Meg Conquer the World by the same author, and I really liked it, and I'm really hoping that this has the same kind of vibe. I think it does, and I'm really excited to dive into it. The last prompt to do with SIMSATHON is deal with an outbreak. Now, this prompt can come at a better time. Coronavirus! I'm coming! My medical advice, stop drinking Corona. It's a shit beer. Anyway, moving on. The prompt for this one is to read a dystopian. I mean, again, how hard, how difficult. One of my favourite genres. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna manage this. I have decided to reread again The Kingdom by Jess Rothenberg because it was one of my favourite books of last year. I love dystopians that, from the outside looking in, the world is utopian. So for example, this is about the kingdom. It has fantasists in there which are half girls, half android beings whose one mission in life is to make happily ever afters happen. And who doesn't want a fucking happily ever after? I know I do. Can I have mine? From the inside looking out, it is not a utopian, it's actually dystopian. So I would actually count that as one of those books that's kind of like a double-edged sword. It's very morally grey in terms of like world building. I just love that so much. And Jess Rothenberg does this effortlessly and I can't wait to just fall in love with it all over again. So that's my TBR and that's the video for the SIMSATHON over and done with. I really hope that you do join in. All the links will down below that I've talked about in the video, plus some more if I can find any, if I feel like I've missed anything from this video. But now we're going to very quickly move on to my ZODIACATHON reads. Here's the part where you skipped to this section of the video because you just wanted to see my ZODIACATHON reads. Hello and welcome. Please join in the SIMSATHon. Really appreciate it. Why am I flapping like I'm gonna fly or something? SIMSATHON and ZODIACATHON are two of my most beloved readathons on this dang app, this dang platform. The ZODIACATHON is happening from the 19th of March to the 25th. So about the last week and a bit of the SIMSATHON. So what I have personally decided to do, because you can double up in the ZODIACATHON and you can't in the SIMSATHON, I have doubled up on the challenges for ZODIACATHON and I'm going to be having my own like little special ZODIACATHon readathon probably on the 20th or sometime between the 19th and the 25th, because for me, I'm going to be reading a lot for the SIMSATHON and I was trying to like double up on challenges for both the SIMSATHON and the ZODIACATHON, so like try and complete them at the same time. It just wasn't really working out and I want them to be separate, so I've separated them. So I will be partaking in ZODIACATHON, but co-hosting the SIMSATHON is my priority because I'm obviously a part of that. So I'm doing my own special ZODIACATHON 24-hour readathon. Yay! So again, the prompts for this ZODIACATHon this round are all based on your Lilith. I can't say it's the list. Your Lilith sign. So the first challenge is to read your Lilith challenge. We always have something. I'm so sorry, my list is really out here for this. For me, it is again Sagittarius. I think if anyone can check that, then that would be fantastic. My whole birth chart is just Sagittarius, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and born, okay? Wow, that was so on brand. That was so on brand. So yeah, the first challenge is to complete your Lilith challenge sign, whatever. Mine's Sagittarius, and that is to read something out of my comfort zone. The second challenge is to read a book with mostly black on the cover. The third challenge is to read a book with dark themes. Fourth is to read something about something that scares me. And the fifth one is to read about a morally grey character. So for my out of comfort zone read, I decided to go for To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. I don't like retellings, and this is apparently a retelling of The Little Mermaid with sirens. I'm gonna give this a go, see what happens. And we'll have a see. So I decided to double up on the next 4 challenges. So 2 and 3 and then 4 and 5 are both as one. 2 and 3 are mostly black and dark themes. I think everyone was expecting this, and that is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. My best friend also bought me this for Christmas, and I'm rethinking my decisions because Who's she hefty? But yeah, mostly back on the cover, nothing really else apart from Silver and the booktube snake, and also very dark themes. I'm very excited about this. And the next two challenges are also buddied up for me, and that is Something That Scares Me and reading about morally grey characters. I was actually meant to read this in the filmathon that's just gone, All the Things We Never Said by Yasmin Rahman. This is about an app called Chaos, where if you are feeling suicidal or your mental health is getting a little bit too much for you, you log on to Chaos and are assigned with death partners, and you both make a suicide pact. The main character is paired with people that she's supposed to die with, and then they all discover that life is worth living again, and then they want to escape the app, the game, but the app, Chaos, won't let them. Which sounds fucking terrifying! An app like that could exist, and I'm pretty sure has existed before. The fact that it has a sole existence terrifies me. The fact that you can't escape it? I'm done, mate. I'm terrified to my fucking core. And also with the subject matter and stuff, there will be some morally grey characters in there as well. So I'm really excited to dive into this one, as I said for every single fucking book in this video. But yeah, those were my ZODIACATHON and SIMSATHON reading plans. I really hope this has been okay and not too confusing. All the necessary links were down in the description box, and I hope that you can join. Give this video a like, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!